Hey everyone, Gil here at Camp Patton Family Compound. I made a mistake. I made what could be called a huge mistake, actually a couple of them. So let's start out with the first mistake. First mistake was not realizing that the road here is elevated. Now, that might not be a big thing, you may not think that's a big mistake, but when I'm trying to grade the driveway in over here, that becomes a big mistake. Now, so what I did was when I put in the barrel here to for the water hookup and everything, I cut it to a certain length, and that length was figuring out that the level was pretty much in line here with the grass area here on in here, and so I had to cut down there so that it was sticking up about 2-3 inches above the grass. And then when I started digging this out and moving the rock and grading it and shooting it with the transit, I realized, wait a minute, it's going up. And so the grade here did not go up as much as the road did, so I thought it was going down and that the road was flat. See where that mistake's going? So as you can see, the band inside there where I cut it off the first time, and so after I got the form boards in here and everything else, then I realized, holy crud, I'm off. I built the railroad around it, ties around it, thinking, okay, that's going to handle it. But then that was still down so low, and I realized it wasn't going to work. So I set about fixing it. Second big mistake was I forgot to video that part for you. So what I did was, the piece that's on the top here, well, the piece in the bottom had on the coming up was a spigot on top, and so the piece going down here has a bell on it, so it just slid over the gasket and set in place. So that made it so it wasn't quite so bad for it just to slip down in there and fit on there without much of a problem. First I had to dig around it, because I'd pushed the dirt up close to the top of it, so I had to dig down around it, clean everything off. I had to go over there on the other side of the rock pile where I got the another barrel like this tied into the irrigation ditch for be able to pump out of. Fortunately, I had to put that in there with the bell up. So all I had to do is go over there, measure down, cut the bell off, bring it over here, and put it on here. So that's just going to be a little bit low over there. I will still do the same thing as talk about, putting boards across the top of it on hinges. Same thing I'm going to do here, put a board on it with hinges. So I got this down here done. I pulled out the couple of these railroad ties here that were coming across this way here. That one there I pulled out already and it's loose. And so concrete's coming tomorrow, so I'm going to just set these 3 pieces of railroad tie on top of here so none of the guys fall in there by accident. So once they get the concrete poured and it's set up, then I'll go ahead and I will pull out, I'll go ahead and pull this board off the top. This one I'm going to be out of the way. I'll pull this one off the bottom, and then I will take a couple of these short pieces here and come off of it. Oh, let me clear it away here so you can see it better. Where the joint is, I'm going to go ahead and bring it out this way here to, and I'll just rake the rock down to the level there. Possibly I may change this all around. Depends whether or not I can get grade rings for the manhole barrels from the city, since this is their thing. Either just somebody give me the 3 6-inch grade rings, and I'll put it in here, and I'll pull all the railroad ties out and I'll just set it and just grade right around the grade rings to it. So anyways, that's what I'm going to try to be doing here. Of course, tomorrow, all right, they're coming at 5 o'clock in the morning, so I'm getting ready to pour concrete. Tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon after 3 o'clock, there's a 50% chance of showers. It's been pushing back a little bit, so by tomorrow it may push back until 6 o'clock, but by then the concrete will be set up, and I'll be hosing it down anyways to keep it from heating up too fast to crack. So, but once this is all done, then I got to see what's going on here. But once the rain starts tomorrow, it's raining. It's scheduled for rain all the way through to Sunday night. So that's going to be put a hamper on what I'm going to be doing out here, unless of course the 20 and 30% rains turns into 0, which I kind of hope. And we're going to see when they can get out here to finish pouring the rest of it. Right now I got to go through and pull out those center boards over there, get them out of the way, because it's all, I kind of graded, it's all within a ½ inch of where it needs to be. Yeah, it looks like a big gap in there, but that's a 2x4, not a 2x6. That's why it looks like there's a bigger gap out there. Anyways, that's what I'm going to be doing here. So it's going to be fun here for the next week and a half. As soon as the concrete's all done, and I'm looking at sometime next week. I'm going to get my dates right. Yeah, sometime next week, the gutter guy is supposed to come out to put gutters on the house and on the side of the shop. And so as soon as he's done with that, then I'm thinking about heading down to California to visit the wife, load up the truck with a bunch of stuff, and bring it back up here. So, alrighty, before I sign out here, I'm going to put right here the link to a video you might be interested in, and down where my hand is will be a link to the playlist for the concrete. Up over here will be the link to Gray Man Prepping, my prepping channel, so you can learn more about emergency preparedness, and then below it will be the link to Camp Patton Family Compound. Alright, see you around.